Respected sir, just recently, my first question to you is that just recently one Miss Natasha Edrisuriya has made some controversial statements which made the Buddhist leaders of this country they were having some different views on that, and behind that incident, one Mr. Manjuni Sankar was behind that. We have come to know, sir, that you have had some close contacts with Manjuni Shankar since I think he worked for you as one of your advisors. So, how do you see that whole incident, sir?
Thank you very much for asking that question. Very relevant question in today's context. First of all, as far as this Natasha Edrisuriya's statements are concerned, I'm also of the view that nobody should take any religion as a joke.
Correct.
Because insulting religion is a crime according to our penal code 291 and 292. I'm not a lawyer, but I think those are the relevant clauses. However, whether it was an insult or not is for courts to decide. We are not experts on that. However, there's strong public opinion against that. So, I would condemn anybody who is trying to take religion as a joke. That's number one. Secondly, based on that, there is an allegation about this Mr. Manjuni Sankar. That again, I'm not the legal person to say whether that premise is correct or not. Because I saw on TV Mr. Manjuni Sankar coming and saying that he was just a sponsor of that event and he cannot take responsibility for the contents of somebody who presented during the program, because there wasn't a single person, not only Natasha Edrisuriya, there were several others, and he says that he cannot take responsibility for the content. He's just a mere sponsor. So again, the legal position, let the courts decide. I'm not here to make past judgment. But your question, whether there's any relationship that I have with Mr. Manjuni Sankar, yes, there was. See, let me explain what was the relationship. In 2020 parliamentary election, I contested from Gampaha. I was asked by my party, Podujana Peramuna, to go and contest from Gampaha, and I didn't have any contact in Gampaha at that time. Only my connection to Gampaha was my wife was from Gampaha, but even she was registered in Colombo for voting. I was also registered in Colombo for voting. So when I went to Gampaha to do my campaign, I didn't even have my own vote. So I had to start from beginning.
Yes.
Zero contacts.
That's right.
But within a very short period of time, I managed to build a huge following and finally ended up getting 325,000 votes, becoming number one from Gampaha. In that process, there were so many people who came and participated in my campaign.
Right.
They are not people that I knew before. They were impressed with me. They were impressed with what I was talking about.
Right.
They were impressed with my vision. So therefore, they came and got involved in my campaign. And Mr. Manjuni Sankar is one of those people. He came, met me. He said he was coming from USA, and he said he would like to support our campaign. And he supported like many other people. So Mr. Manjuni Sankar is not an exception. There were several other people. In fact, I had more than 700 active activists in my campaign, and he was one of them. And during that period, his main contribution was on social media campaigns. And he's an engineer, Anandian to my knowledge, and also from the same university where I studied engineering. Engineer, about I think probably 10-15 years younger to me. He did a very good job there. So once the campaign was over, after I won, the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa had a policy of appointing qualified people for various government responsibilities.
Right.
And we called for applications. And Mr. Manjuni Sankar also had submitted an application, and that application went to President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. And President Gotabaya Rajapaksa was very impressed with the CV, because this guy was an engineer, investment banker, former vice chairman of Merrill Lynch, a famous finance company in USA, and he told me that he would like to appoint this guy as a secretary. In fact, he named the ministry also. He was considering Mr. Manju Nisanka to be the secretary of Ministry of Digital Transformation. And until that appointment was made, I was advised to appoint him as an advisor to my ministry, a position where there is no job, no salary.
And also he's a good event organizer.
Event organizer and a very intelligent person, educated person. And the job that he held, advisor, didn't have any perks. No vehicle, no salary, nothing. However, I must say, even that he didn't do for long. After about 3 to 4 months, he came and told me that he has a political ambition. He wants to go and start a political party. And he said that he would like to leave the government. He's not very happy with the way government is going. And very genuinely told me that he's quitting. So I quitted. So that is my contact with Mr. Manju Nisanka. And any intelligent person would understand, in your life, you meet so many people. You don't carry those people to your grave.
That's right.
Relationships are for a certain period. So my relationship with Mr. Manju Nisanka was for a very brief period, probably about 6 to 7 months. And that's it. And I didn't have any problem with him.
So you don't have any contacts now?
Of course, as a Sri Lankan, we contact with anybody, anybody and everybody. I don't have enemies. I talk to everybody. I talk to all political party leaders. He's a political party leader. In fact, on and off, all political party leaders contact us to get our views on various things. We have a professional relationship like that. Other than that, there is no personal relationship. And in fact, he has nothing to do with my politics because at the last local government election, I fielded a team under helicopter symbol.
That's right.
And he contested under some other symbol. So he's not part of us.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, sir. Sir, are you a Buddhist by birth?
I am a Buddhist by birth. I am a Buddhist for life.
I see. No, we just hear that. Have you gone to a Christian fellowship program recently?
See, it's not a fair question to ask. Number one, I haven't gone. But even that is not a question that one should ask. We have no right to ask that.
That's
right?
That's right.
One's religion is that person's religion. But simply because I'm a politician, I'm telling you I'm a Buddhist. Right? Otherwise, I don't have to even say that.
That's your personal
right? That's a personal matter.
Exactly,
I think the problem with this country is people are interfering into everybody's personal life and think they are doing the right thing. Right? Let me tell you how this story come up. I know why you're asking that question. When I went to Gampaha, I was competing against some of very powerful politicians who were already in the parliament. And when I was gaining popularity and I was gaining momentum, they couldn't find anything to throw against me. Right? There was no mud. Because I'm an absolutely clean person. I'm clean like a whistle. Even to date, I have not done anything wrong. So they created a story that I belong to this group born again. Right?
That's right.
I mean, anybody come and say that? No, I can come and tell you that you believe in some satanic cult. Right? Then it is up to you to prove that you are innocent. What a wrong thing. Right? I know. So then I had to put so much effort to prove that it is not. However, all the Buddhist priests, the chief monks in Gampaha supported me and they couldn't do anything. That's how I got 325,000 votes.
Sir, what are your views on the current economic situation in the country? I mean, how do you see the steps that have been taken towards moving forward?
After Mr. Godahewa was forced to leave the presidency on the 9th of July, there was an selection in the parliament to select the new president. At that point, I was of the view that whoever is the next president should be somebody from our party, SLPP, because we had got almost 6.9 million mandate. Of course, President Godahewa couldn't deliver it properly. However, mandate remains. People wanted something to be done, and it was up to us to make sure that what people wanted, or what we promised people, would be delivered. So therefore, I supported the candidacy of Mr. Dalla Salaparaba, who was from the same party, but he was the other candidate. But when SLPP decided to support Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, who was our arch rival for a very long period, whose policies we never agreed to, myself and 12 others, altogether 13, decided that this is not the place for us to stay because they have gone against people's mandate. We still stand by the people who voted for us, so we left and joined the opposition.
What do you think of the current leadership? Is the president the correct person to lead the country?
See, the economy was in a crisis, and at that time somebody had to step in and put things back in order. Now a lot of people say things are stabilizing, IMF has helped, and so many things. Let me ask you one question. Who decided to go to IMF? President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Who appointed the consultants to negotiate with IMF? President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Who appointed the team which negotiated with IMF? President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. And now that we have got IMF loan, how can somebody else is seen responsible for that? So it is not Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe who initiated this, or initiated by Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa, and the loan has come. And only thing Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe did, in my opinion, was messing it up. Why do I say he messed it up? Because he gave instructions to these officers, go and accept anything and everything IMF says without negotiation. Right? So today what we have accepted is just a proposal made by IMF without any kind of negotiation. So as a result, we are going to face serious repercussions in time to come. Look at the way how the taxes have gone up. Look at the way how the local debt is going to be restructured. Now, if you belong to 4.5 million people of this country who contribute to EPF, very soon part of your EPF will be deducted. Because we have now told that debt will be restructured, not only foreign debts but the local debts also. That part has never been negotiated properly. We repeatedly asked in the parliament whether there's going to be a local debt restructuring, and the central bank governor and the deputy minister and everybody kept saying that there's not going to be a local debt restructuring. Now it is proven beyond doubt. They are going to restructure the local debt and your EPF money is going to get affected. This is what I call poor negotiation. So likewise, several mistakes have been committed and the repercussions will be seen only in the future.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. I have no further questions. Thank you.